Hey Disney family, I'm Stephanie and you are watching Facts About Disney. Welcome back guys! I'm so excited to be doing another Facts About Disney video for you guys. I'm so excited to be continuing with the series that I started a few weeks ago. And basically, if you don't know, please go see my last video on this series. I'll have it linked down below or somewhere at the end of this video, So basically what I'm doing is I'm talking about all my favorite things to do at each of the Disney parks, and I'm going to be doing all the parks that I've ever been to. So of course it's only going to be parks from Disney World and Disneyland, but it's all my favorite things. And hopefully if you have never been before and you are trying to plan your trip and trying to get excited about it, this will get you guys excited about it because it's Disney and I'm always excited about Disney, as we all know. So our last video in the series we talked about our favorite things to do at Animal Kingdom, and today we're going to be talking about our favorite things to do at EPCOT. So if you guys didn't know, EPCOT actually stands for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. So the reason that Walt named EPCOT that is because his original plan for EPCOT was to have a community of people like scientists and doctors and artists to all live together and basically just kind of form this incredible community. It was his biggest dream before his death. Basically, the reason that Disney World is because of that idea. So, isn't that just crazy? What's super cool is if you've ever watched the movie Tomorrowland, that is basically what Walt wanted EPCOT to be. So I always thought that that was super interesting, and it made EPCOT even more enjoyable for me knowing that this was all Walt's idea in a way, even though it didn't really work out in the way that he wanted to. So I'm going to start off with my very first thing that I like to do as soon as I get to the park, and that is Spaceship Earth. If you didn't know, basically all the parks have kind of like their main item that's on all posters and stuff like that. And for Animal Kingdom, it's a Tree of Life, and for EPCOT, it is the big globe. I always thought it looked like a big golf ball, and I still do, but it's a globe. And what's really cool is that there's a ride inside of it called Spaceship Earth. And basically, you're in the spaceship and it goes around and it teaches you about history and also teaches you about the future. What I really liked about this is that this kind of goes with what Walt wanted EPCOT to be, a learning place. For me, it's crazy, is I'd be learning about things in school and remember stuff that I learned on that ride. So one of those examples of learning things is I remember that you go through the part where it teaches you that the Ephesians make the alphabet, and the lady goes, remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs?
How easy it was to learn your ABCs? Thank the Phoenicians. They invented them.
And I learned about that actually recently in college. I had learned about it, but I was with my friend Maddie. Her and I are both Disney crazed people, and she whispered that to me and I just started dying laughing. So I feel like Spaceship Earth is definitely something that you would need to go check out. And it's right there at the big entrance. It's the first thing that you're gonna see, first ride that you're going to encounter when you're over there. Another thing that I absolutely love is the Living Seas area, the little Finding Nemo ride and all that stuff. I think it's just so cute. And the Big Blue World song, it kind of goes back over to Animal Kingdom because I told you I loved the Finding Nemo show, and that's a song from the show. Also, I kind of fangirl about this area of the park because I'm a huge Boy Meets World fan, huge. And if you ever watch the episode where they go to Disney World, they spend most of their time in the Living Seas Pavilion. So I just think that's super cool. Another thing that I absolutely love is that EPCOT has a big character spot, and it's basically where you can meet all of the original members of the Disney gang. So Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Pluto, Goofy, Donald, and all of them. So if you are with a little one and you for sure want to meet all of them, that's a great place to go. Another amazing few characters that you get to meet at EPCOT are going to be Sadness and Joy from Inside Out, and then Baymax from Big Hero 6. And Kendall and I almost met Baymax, but the line was a little long and we didn't have that much time left in the park, so we took a quick selfie. But it was so cool. He's so cool. I love him so much. Then over yonder in the future world, you will also go to Soaring. I remember when they made soaring in California Adventure, and it was soaring over California, and now it is just soaring and you get to go over all these different countries, and it's amazing. It's still amazing as it was when I believe it came out when it was 5 or 6, and it's still as amazing as it was then. That just gives me goosebumps that that ride has been, you know, was made when I was like 5 or 6. Those are my first memories of it. Isn't that just crazy? Next two rides that I love are Test Track and Mission to Mars. I absolutely love Test Track. I think it's an amazing ride. If you've ever been to California Adventure and ridden the Cars ride, it's literally that, except you are testing out a car that you made. So if you watched Kendall and I's vlog of Disney World and you saw when we went to EPCOT, we made a car and then we got to test drive it and see how well it does compared to other cars on the market. And it's so much fun. You go 0 to 60 like that, and it's just a lot of fun. Mission Space, like the Mission to Mars ride, the very first time I rode it, I thought that I was actually going to space. Mind you, I was 6 or 7 years old. I had a panic attack and they actually kicked me off the ride. I tell this story now because I'm just so embarrassed. If you ever want a more in-depth story time on that, I will for sure do it. But it was a pretty embarrassing moment in my life. But anyways, I'm a fighter and I rode it. I rode it a few hours later and now I love it. Basically, it's kind of a simulator like astronauts do, and you get to fly to Mars. Now, this is probably my favorite part of the whole entire EPCOT, is going to be the World Showcase. I used to hate the World Showcase growing up just because there was really no rides for me to do, and I just thought it was boring. Now that I'm older and I actually want to go to most of the countries that the World Showcase shows, I think it's an amazing chance for us to learn more about the world. I absolutely love going to places like the UK and Paris and Germany and Italy. It's just awesome. You get a little piece of culture in this amazing part of the park. And what's also really cool is that at each country, the employees that work there are actually from that country. So if you're in France, then all the employees there are going to be from France. And what's really cool is you get to learn, if you ask them questions, they love being asked questions about their home country. They will just tell you everything that you want to know. What's also really cool about that is you get to meet characters who are based in those countries. So for example, you'll get to meet Mary Poppins and Alice in Wonderland in the UK because that's obviously where they're based from. You get to meet Belle and Sleeping Beauty over in France. You get to meet Snow White in Germany. You may be able to get to meet Cinderella in Germany. I'm not 100% positive, so don't quote me on that. You get to meet Mulan in China. And then you get to meet Anna and Elsa in Norway because that's where their story is based from. I just think it's really cool because it can kind of teach children of why these stories were made the way they were just because of the culture and everything else like that. Of course, you guys know that the new Frozen ride is just amazing. I've only ever got to ride it once, but oh my god, guys. It's so cute and I love it. I think it was just a cute little touch that they got to put into Norway. And oh gosh, if you guys didn't know, I absolutely love Frozen. I think it's an amazing movie and tells an amazing story for young children. And I just thought it was a cute little, ride that was just in the middle of the World Showcase. Once the lines die down, the hype goes down. Guys, I'm sure the ride will not be that long of a wait, but the only time I've only gotten to do it once, and it was because I had a fast pass. So, my favorite place to eat in EPCOT is called, I'm sorry if I'm butchering this, I don't know Italian very well, it's the Brutto Italia Ristorante. And it's in Italy, and it's really fancy, and we've only ever gotten to eat there once or twice. And basically, whenever I go there, I have to get a bowl of spaghetti, just because, guys. And it was probably one of the best bowls of spaghettis I've ever had in my entire life. If you are ever going to EPCOT and you're trying to find a place to eat, go find a place to eat in the World Showcase. You get to try food from different countries, and it's absolutely amazing. I got to eat in Japan once, and that was awesome because if you guys know, I love Japanese food. I think it's amazing. So you get to try all these amazing foods, actually somewhat technically in the country if you think that way, but yeah. So my last favorite thing to do at EPCOT is definitely Illuminations. It is absolutely amazing. It's their big fireworks show, and what it is fireworks that kind of takes on all the different cultures that are represented in the World Showcase. And what's awesome is that they turn all the lights on for all the different all the different countries when the music's playing from them, and it's just so beautiful, you guys. It's a great way to get to close out your night at EPCOT. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Seriously, it would mean the world to me if you hit that subscribe button and maybe hit the notifications button to let you guys know when I upload next. And yeah, I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day, and I hope to see y'all real soon. Bye!
Nice to be back, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, where are you from?